through experience. That's one thing you can't buy in any game. Don't matter if you're a road sweeper or a car washer.
This is Ring Raps. I'm delighted to be with the legend that is Jimmy Tibbs. Good afternoon, Jimmy.
Good afternoon, sir.
We just witnessed some lovely sparring here at the Origin Gym in Raynham.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something about the young prospect Giorgio?
Well, Giorgio is a fantastic prospect, as you say. At the moment, he's got everything he needs to be a good fighter. He's got speed, balance, can punch a bit, and he's very dedicated. That's what I like about him.
He won at amateur at 2 weight classes.
Yeah.
So he's obviously got a notable amateur background. He's had 1 pro fight, and he's out at the end of the month, I believe, in Belfast.
That's right.
How is he looking at this early stage in his pro career?
Looking fantastic. Mark's done a very, very good job on it.
Jimmy, when you're working with a hot prospect, obviously with an experienced head like yours, what are you looking for to tweak? Are you looking for their weaknesses? Are you looking for fundamentals? What are you looking for?
You're mainly looking for if they're very, very good prospects like he is, you're looking to improve on what they've got. Just to add a little bit more. So he looks that bit more special. And generally fighters like him are good fighters, you've only got to talk about it and they do it. Maybe not right away, but he knows what you mean. When the trainer talks to that's Mark, talks to him, they pick it up together right away, they gel together very good.
You're very humble. Obviously, your relationship as father and son with Mark, you've had your own career. Mark's got his career now. You say you're the cut man for the Tibbs boxing team, but you do obviously confer with your son. You add your 2 pence in when it's needed.
Yeah, he asked me. If he asked me, Mark, we generally get together and say, I think you should do this or do that. And we generally agree on most things. And that's how it goes.
We just saw some pretty hot sparring there.
Yeah.
That was. Is it correct to call it an open sparring session where they're basically going for each other?
Well, it was just a sparring session. They know that they land big shots together. If they go crazy, go out, Mark soon calms it down and whatever, That happens in any gym.
Some sparring, is it correct, in camps, you may get specific partners in to work on specific things for a fight or a fighter's weaknesses or a game plan.
If you're fighting Mr. Jones and he's got a good right hand over the top, throws a good right, you get someone in who's got a good right hand who's going to throw plenty of them if you can, and that's what you want your man not to get caught with that right hand. But there's all different types of things you can do in sparring. Change him round, 1 in, 1 out, get 2 or 3 more sparring partners for your prospect. So you put 1 in, so he has 8 or 9 good rounds, maybe 6 to 8 good rounds, but they're in and out, so they're always fresh. And we expect our prospect to be as fresh as them. Is
it easier or more difficult to guide them through these early stages?
If he's a good prospect, it's easy. They're guided. They know what they're doing. Most of the promoters and the trainers, they know what they're doing to get him through. So they're keeping him going, as long as you don't get injured.
Yeah.
And he should settle for it.
Talking of prospects, someone who's been flying ever since I've come to this gym is Johnny Fisher.
Yeah.
He's now stateside, getting ready for his fight on the Conor Benn undercard in Las Vegas. Johnny just goes from strength to strength. I know he had a little hand niggle around the last fight, which he got his first title, Southern Area.
Yeah.
I was there for that. Great night.
Right.
The Romford Bull Army marches on, and now it goes international.
Yeah.
How is it watching Johnny's amazing journey? Because it's fair to say he's got an unusually huge fan base at such an early stage.
Well, he comes from Romford, and he's such a likeable fella in Romford that everyone likes to watch him box. That's the bottom line. And he's a dedicated boxer, very dedicated. He's not had a lot of amateur experience. That's why he trains very hard. But Mark knows what he's doing with him. Nice and steady. And that fight would come at the right time to win that Southern Area title. And that's gave him a great lift.
He's been in there with sparring with a lot of people. Derek Chisora, obviously his good friend Joe Joyce, even with Fury's camp.
Yeah.
As you said, Johnny's a hard worker. What would you say the best improvement has been in your time observing Johnny Fisher?
His last fight. He come out for that fight. I mean, he's had a lot of early stoppages, John. And that's good to have them, but that you're not picking up the experience of having the real thing in the fight, in your career, you know. And I said to him before he went out, I mean, Mark's his trainer, he does everything. I just said, John, don't worry about knocking people out in the first round. It's good to do it. If you do it, you do it. But I said, you know, maybe take a few rounds and have a look. You know, he went out there with a lovely jab and knocked him over, and I thought, well, that ain't his fault. He's gone over his head with a lovely jab. But the guy got up and he come back. Now that's what made it a good fight. That guy got up and he come back to win. Now I'm thinking, how's he going to handle this? And he handled it, and that's what got him through. That's better than 10 one-round fights. That one fight.
So a learning fight.
Yes. I mean, but he punches, he's a good puncher, and he could, once he steps up another level, you'll find that they might hold a shot a little bit better.
So you say he's a decent puncher. You say he's a hard worker.
Yeah.
I know he's fit from his rugby background.
Yeah.
He rumours to always have good sparring, whether it be with Dubois, with Joyce. These are tough guys, big guys.
Yeah.
So Johnny holds his own.
Yeah.
For someone with little amateur background.
Yeah.
What do you think makes Johnny, I won't say special, but capable in that sense, where he doesn't have a big boxing background?
Dedication and hard work. Sometimes he's too dedicated. You've got to slow him down a little bit because he wears himself out. That's what he is. He's very dedicated. And that's what any good pro will tell you. Any top pro will tell you. You can have all the ability in the world, but you must have that dedication if you want to go to the top. Like all the great heavyweights. They've got to put that little bit more in. And not only in the ring, he's living out properly outside of boxing. That counts as well.
Proper athlete.
Proper athlete, absolutely, yeah.
Jimmy, do you agree with the notion that there's boxing and then there's heavyweight boxing? It's almost not an elite category, but almost a separate thing because they're such hard hitters.
No, I don't agree with that.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm glad, don't agree with that because they're heavyweights, but we've got a lot of great fighters that are not heavyweights.
Bingo.
So you can't separate, say they're better than them because they're heavyweights. No. They're great, they're good heavyweights, yeah, there's great heavyweights. Muhammad Ali, I think he's the greatest heavyweight I've ever seen. People don't agree with me, a lot of people, but I think he is.
And one of the best boxers as well.
One of the best boxers,
yeah.
Can punch a bit,
yeah.
Good punch.
And
he could hold a shot. He had the ability.
There you go.
He lived it.
And also, unlike a lot of these mega-sized heavyweights now, with the exception of maybe Usyk and Fury, he had footwork. Ali, it worked on his footwork.
Well, he didn't have to work, he was natural.
Yeah.
Just dance. Watch him as an amateur. You ever watch him win the gold medal?
Yeah.
Amateur?
Yeah.
Rome
Olympics, was it?
I think so, yeah. He had it then. Yeah, see, some people are natural here, and they build on that natural ability through experience. That's one thing you can't buy in any game. Don't matter if you're a road sweeper or a car washer. If you've got more experience than that man over there, do it better. Or may do it better. You must have that experience if you can get in.
Well, there's no one in British boxing with more experience than you, Jimmy.
Well, no, it doesn't mean to say I'm the best. I'm not saying that.
Oh, no, but experience is experience.
I've been around a little bit and you just keep going, you know.
Jimmy, let's talk about heavyweight boxing just for a minute. Obviously, the Saudis are making a big splash. They've reset the whole table. They've got Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren sitting down working together.
Yeah, that's good.
Is it a beautiful thing?
Yes, beautiful. Very good.
Did you ever think you'd live to see the day?
Be honest with you, no, I never. I'm glad to see it because they're both good managers and promoters. I worked with Frank years ago and he's exceptional, Frank. And it's nice to see that they're getting their fighters money, big money.
And getting the fights made.
And not only the fights made, the card they're putting on, a big card. And that's good for boxing, yeah.
Jimmy, did you watch the Day of Reckoning on the 23rd of December? Did you watch any of that show?
Yeah, I watched AJ. the light heavyweight title fight. Kid from up north. Who got
Lyndon
beat on
Arthur
points.
with Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got beat on
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, against the champion Bivol. Yeah.
And it was entertaining, but you know, AJ done what he had to do. He didn't have to do a lot.
What did you think of AJ?
Well, he looked good doing what he's doing because the guy in front of him, no disrespect, and he's had his day, the guy, but he done what he had to do. If he didn't do what he done, they'd say, well, what's the matter with him? Can't beat a man like him. But he done well. But he didn't. He retired in the corner. He had enough. He done a good job.
I think, again, I keep mentioning activity. That was AJ's third fight of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, a different trainer. He's been going through a bit of a trainer's kind of catalogue of late.
Yeah.
But it's working for him.
Yeah,
AJ's the kind of fighter where he can pick tools up of different teams.
If it suits him, if he's happy at doing that, he's got the money to do that, see? And
the team.
And the team.
Yep.
And what a shit, he's got it to do keep chopping and change. If it suits him, then he looked good his last time out, you know, he's got to say that. And he's got a bit more confidence in himself, so he's back in there now. It's good.
So Jimmy, you mentioned a very important word there in boxing and sport, confidence.
Yeah.
Does this new, active, confident AJ have a chance of getting back to the top of the mountain?
Well, I could say yeah. I mean, he could get back, but look, Uzek's beat him twice. Now, Fury would be a big shock for him. That'd be a good fight. So, you know, it's 50-50 fight. Maybe 60-40 Fury's way because of AJ's couple of losses. But heavyweights, anything can happen with the power they've got, you know. And he's a good puncher, AJ, so he's got a chance.
Well, talking of anything happening, again in Saudi, we've got Fury versus Usyk next month, which is amazing. Finally getting undisputed champion since Lennox Lewis.
It goes on, eh?
So, what's your 2 pence on that?
Right, after watching that last fight with Fury, I was a bit disappointed. I don't think he got himself in top shape himself. No disrespect to him, because he's a good fight, great fight. And if he's in shape, I think, in top shape, I think he'll beat Uzek, but he won't be easy, I don't think. Because Uzek is a good fighter, a very good fighter. So only he's got to give that little bit of weight away and reach. That might be the telling point.
I agree. So a top-notch Fury, as they say, a good big un beats a good little un.
Every time,
but
most times, yeah.
Are these the heavyweights, the two of them, with the best footwork in the division?
At the moment, they're the two best heavyweights around, yeah.
So,
my opinion.
No, I mean, they're fighting for undisputed. Yeah. So it goes without saying that we will finally have the champ of all champs since Lennox Lewis.
Yes, Lennox Lewis.
Yeah, so we know Fury beat Klitschko many years ago, but he's had his trials and tribulations since then. We are where we are now, and the Saudis are making all the fights happen. Them guys have got a rematch booked in straight away, so that's good for them. They make more money, but one of the belts will get taken away, so they'll be undisputed for maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter, because they'll be undisputed. It's a prosperous time for boxing. When it looked like it was having a bit of maybe a stagnated moment, the heavyweight scene at least.
It was on, you know. Yeah.
So now we've got the money, we've got the motive, and we've got the candidates to have the dances, if you like. Did you get a chance to see the Joseph Parker fight against Wilder?
Yes.
Could we have two moments on that?
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
Wilder, it was a joke, wasn't it? Wilder didn't want to throw no punches.
He's a man that's been out the ring for a while.
Well, that's Steve's fault, wasn't it?
He's made a lot of money.
Is he saying he's going to be, I've been out the ring 2 years, I'll be back and all. Yeah, it didn't work for him. No. And Parker done everything. Boxed a brilliant fight. Brilliant fight.
His full fight of the year again, activity. Full fight of the year.
Yeah, good man.
Do you know much of his trainer Andy Lee? Obviously a champion in his own right.
Andy Lee, yeah, we boxed him, didn't we? Billy Joe beat him. I trained Billy Joe.
That was when he became a champion.
Yeah. Andy Lee was a good fighter. And he's a good trainer.
He's a good trainer.
He's a good trainer, yeah.
That's not common, is it, Jimmy, to be a good fighter and a good trainer? It doesn't normally work that way, does it?
It is for him.
Yeah, no, it definitely. I mean, we spoke previously about the great late Emmanuel Stewart.
Yeah.
And obviously Andy came through with him.
Yeah.
With his nephew who now trains Tyson, Sugar Hill. They all used to live together in Detroit.
Yeah.
Am I correct? Emmanuel Stewart asked you to look after someone when they were in England before?
Yeah, Prince Nazim Ahmed.
Oh, it was Naz.
Naz,
okay.
Looked after him. Then he'd come over and take over, like, nice man, gentleman.
What was that like, looking after the wild child that is Naz?
Ah, he was a good fighter. He was a good fighter. Good puncher. He had everything.
Good character?
Oh, yeah, he was good as gold. Good to work
You're
with.
smiling when you talk about Naz.
Because he could fight. That's why it was fine. He's a good fighter.
Is that what trainers want, Jimmy? They want someone to do their best, but when you've got a mercurial talent like a Tyson Fury, a Nassim Hamid, a Billy Joe Saunders, because you know they've got it. So you smiled when you spoke about Naz. What lit your face up then when you thought about Naz?
Well, I'll tell you what lit me face. I think Naz won't mind me saying this. He asked me to do a bit of pad work with him one day. I said, yeah, come and jump in. Got in there, loosened up, warmed up, done it. He went into 1 round, 2 rounds, 5 rounds. And I thought to myself, I don't know how long this is going, boy. He looks like he wants to stand here a little while. So the one I said, as he's going for, I said, he went right hand, left hook, or south or left foot as well. And he's gone, so I thought you could punch. And that wound him up. So now he's punching for power all the time. And it went on like that. 10th round, 11th round, 12th round, 13th round, punching. And he went, I've had enough, Jim. And I went, yeah. I sat down. We both sat down like looking at one another. It was hard. It was hard for me. It was hard for him.
Was this actually preparing for a title fight?
He was getting ready to fight someone. Yeah, he'd always come over. He did work hard. He's getting ready for Emmanuel Stewart to work him hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
where did you used to train those days?
Lennox Lewis, Jim. Happy. I used to run it over there.
Were they good days, Jim? In the sense of even just prospects coming into the gym or world champions sparring. I mean, you got any other?
All the Australians used to come over. The Americans used to come over. Had them all in there, you know. I can't think of their names now, but I had a lot of top fighters myself. Wayne Alexander and a couple of little lightweights. Yeah, we was doing well over there. I run the gym. Yeah, it's good. Good days.
How is it for you now? And you're very humble. You always say you're Mark's, you know, you're an assistant, you're the cut man, you stand back, you play your role. But how is it for you now? You received your lifetime award as well. Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
So you're an elder statesman in the game, the boxing game.
You say that again.
How is it for you now watching from your perch and seeing all this unfold, the British dominating heavyweight scene?
It's good.
Did you ever think you'd see a heavyweight as big and as talented as Tyson Fury?
No, I used to watch Tyson years ago, and the way he's come on, marvellous. And he dominated the game for years. And I just sit back and enjoy it, watching it. I mean, he's a nice guy, Tyson, good fighter, great fighter. And he's got a great fighter in front of him when they get together. It's going to be a good fight. But Tyson, being that bit bigger, if he's in shape, mentally as well as physically, it might go his way, you know.
Jimmy, this was a pleasure. Ring wraps, I've really enjoyed this, especially when you had a little bubble about Naz.
Yeah.
And thank you very much. So we look forward to Giorgio being out in Belfast later this January.
Yeah.
And Johnny Fisher over in Las Vegas next month in February.
Next month, February, yeah.
Jimmy Tibbs, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Ring wraps.
Ring wraps.